So here's the project that we are going to take on next. And it is getting my hallway looking nicer. Ever since we had our huge renovation last October, my hallway has still not been something that I've worked on. I mean, this cabinet down here, I did paint that a while back, but actually what's happening with that is that it belongs to my daughter. So I've got to get this cleaned out, and we have to move that to her house pretty soon anyway, because she currently has her new home now and she has room for it. So she's asking for it back. So I am definitely going to have to be thrifting to try to find me a new piece there. And then also I'm going to turn the brightness up on here to help this out. But y'all saw in the beginning how yellowish looking this hall is. And that's because I need to do something different with these lights. You may not be able to tell really close, but I want to paint the rim on those. I just think they're, I don't know, very budget friendly light fixtures that I'm not crazy about. I would love to find some different ones. And if I can find some that are pretty inexpensive, I will. But I think I might try to paint those and then change out the light bulb first, just to see if that helps. And then of course, there's just lots of empty walls down this hall that have nothing on them. I did have something hanging there, but I've moved it. But today what we are working on is this wall right here. Now what I have come up with is this. So this piece right here, we saved when we did our big remodel inside the house. Not my back porch to dining room remodel, but the one before that. We saved this piece here. I'll try to insert a clip of where it originally was. It was on a hangover thing on our bar that used to be there. So we had all that tore down. And this one, I asked them to try to keep it, you know, intact as much as they could, because I thought that I could bring this into this large wall here into the hallway and make it be something different to hold family pictures instead of just hanging, you know, flat pictures up on the wall like everybody does. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm always trying to think of something different. So I thought, well, we could take that, and my husband, he cut off, you know, a little end to make it match. It was uneven at first. And so he's cut it to make it even here on both ends there. And he is currently on his way to Lowe's or Home Depot to get a 1x2 so that we can put the 1x2 in the studs and then put that on top of it. And I'll show y'all that. And we can like screw down from the top and hold this in place so it looks kind of like a floating shelf without having to put ugly brackets on it. Okay, and just to give you an idea of what it looks like, here's some currently in my kitchen. And there used to be this big thing that stuck out over our bar. And so that piece that we're going to use in the hallway, it kind of came this way. So anyway, I want it to sit like this so that it matches this in the kitchen. And this kind of goes all the way around my kitchen, as you can see. And I think it just really gives the cottage look. And it's just something different than what everybody else is doing. So I'm trying to do this project as inexpensive as I can. So I'll show y'all how we're going to hang this up and recycle this piece here. While we wait on my husband to get back from Lowe's, let's start working on this cabinet here, because I do have to get this cabinet emptied and get it ready to move out of here. I need to just quit putting this off and just get it empty. This is where I keep a lot of the kids' games and different things like that. So I'm definitely going to have to try to find me a new piece that has lots of storage. I also feel like I haven't given y'all a goals update lately. So while we declutter and clean this out, let's do that real quick. I think we'll start down here. Anyway, I've been trying to get back on track lately. Y'all know when you just get so busy, sometimes your goals, they just kind of take a back seat. So I've really been trying to get back on track lately, and not just in my home, but just overall. I do feel like that's just part of life though. You know, sometimes you just fall off of those goals and you just have to get back up and keep going. I've said it before that I have been trying to be more intentional about taking better care of myself while I'm doing all of these home renovations and projects. But I get so busy that I just get off track. So something that I've been doing to help me is using this app called Simple, and it's been so helpful for me staying consistent without feeling like I'm doing anything extreme, which is exactly what I need. I've been using it throughout my day to kind of check in, log what I'm eating, and stay a little more aware of my habits. And it's made it feel a lot easier to stay on track without overthinking everything, which I kind of have a tendency to do. Okay, now that I've got this cabinet cleaned out, I don't know when we'll get it to my daughter's, but at least I have everything out of it. My husband is back from Lowe's now, so we are going to go cut the board and get it ready to install. Okay, after looking at this inside, we realized that it desperately needed to be cut a little bit more on one end especially, just so that the little wavy parts kind of matched up. I'll try to explain it to y'all here in just a minute on camera. Okay, so we cut this in before I could catch him. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to make it where it looks even on both ends. So we have like cut off straight down here, and then also, wait, I'm a little lost. Cut off straight down there. I'm gonna hold it up in a minute and show y'all kind of what we're talking about. Okay, so this is really how I want to hang it. And Larry was saying that he needs to cut some more off of this end down here, right? Yeah. Because where this cut is, it doesn't match like on the other end. So about this much more has to come off so that we're as close to like this ruffle or hump here as we can be.
So the trim is even.
Yeah, so the trim is even. So that's what he's doing. He's trying to measure it and get it ready to cut. If we have to hang it up a different way, that's fine, but I would really like for it to hang the same way as it does in the kitchen and the same way that it did over our bar. Okay, so we got everything cut that we needed to get cut, but I'm gonna stop and have me a small little snack real quick. We were out there for longer than I anticipated. We ended up doing a couple of other things, and I feel like I need a little bit of a snack. While I'm getting my snack prepared to scan, I wanted to add just a couple more things about that Simple app that I was talking about earlier. It's not one of those super strict programs. It actually builds a plan for you based on your routine, which I absolutely love that. It walks you through everything and gives you a personalized plan. And I like that because it just feels realistic for real life. I've been using the trackers, and the food scan is probably my favorite thing so far on this app. Definitely makes things feel more manageable, even if you're like going out to eat at a restaurant and you're trying to really watch what you eat. It feels very doable, which is just what I need right now. I've definitely been a lot more consistent lately and a lot less overwhelmed trying to figure everything out. This whole reset with my health and my home has definitely made me feel better just all around, and Simple has definitely been a part of that. You can use my link in the description to get your own personalized plan. Use my code THRIFTER for up to 80%. You heard that, 80% off. Just make sure you go through the link so that it sets everything up for you. And I would go ahead and use it while it's still available. So y'all, I have been waiting patiently to enjoy this orange, to enjoy this cheese, because I did not want to eat on camera because that's, rude. So I'm about to enjoy this juicy little orange, and then we're going to get back on that project in the hall and see how far we can get on that today. So let's go. I forget if he was at Lowe's or Home Depot, one of them. He just got a 1x2, and this is what I mean by that. He had them just go ahead and cut it while he was there to be the same length as this. So he's about to start working on finding studs and getting this hung up. So what will happen is we will hang this up on the wall, and then this will kind of fit on top of it. And I'll show y'all that when we get to that process. But I just wanted to show y'all, he just went and got a 1x2. I can't remember how much he said he paid for it. And then, yeah, some screws. He went by my dad's and got some kind of little tool too. But once he gets everything, finds his studs, gets this in the center, and gets this hung up, I'll show y'all the next step that we're going to be doing. So here's where they are hanging the 1x2 on the wall, making sure to get the screws in the studs. That's my husband and Elizabeth's boyfriend, Mason. And then they are drilling some screws on the top to hold this onto the 1x2. And then this is going to make a beautiful little photo reel for me. Okay, y'all, this is what we're looking like now. Here is the picture reel, all complete. I'll show that to y'all up close. So that's what it looks like on the top. And then here's what it looks like if you're kind of looking at it eye level. So I like that I did not have to use brackets, first of all, and I like that I was able to keep it in this position, you know, with the little waves pointed down, and you can barely see that 1x2 under there. So the only thing that I'm not loving, that I'm going to have to see if we can maybe try to fix, is this here on the end. I don't know if we can just cut something flat to, I don't know, just kind of fix this up a little bit. But the thing is that this comes to about right there. So I don't know how I would fix this. If you have any suggestions on what we could do here to maybe kind of box this off and make it just not look so rough, I don't know. And it may look better once I paint it. So that's the thing, is I am going to paint this to match the wall. So this will just all kind of, you know, flow very nicely. But y'all saw them putting the screws in here. Those screws were going up into the top of this board. And then we have these screws here that are in studs. So again, I'll just paint this and all of this to match. And I think it's gonna look so good. I love that I was able to repurpose this, and it's gonna look great. So when we were cutting this, so hopefully y'all can tell what we were trying to do outside a while ago, is you can see here we have like this little hump on the end. And then if you come down here, we also have a little hump almost in the same position. Earlier, before we cut it, it was really wompy jawed. So anyway, there's the supervisor down there. She's always making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So this is what we're looking like so far. My husband got everything off the top of that cabinet earlier, and I'm about to start working on light fixtures and painting and going through my thrifted frame stash and just kind of seeing how I want to decorate and do this picture rail. And I'm also waiting on my son-in-law and my daughter to get here to get this big cabinet. And because I want to have something else down there to hold all of the things that I had in there before, I think we will go shopping tomorrow, thrifting, antiquing, just something to see if I can find a new cabinet to go down there to hold all of my stuff. So again, thank y'all for watching today and seeing the new project that is underway for my hallway. Don't forget, be sure and check out Simple. I will have all of their information linked down in the description below. We hope y'all have a wonderful evening. We love y'all, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for a brand new shopping video.